Hello, and welcome to the video using the MPC1 with my AE Modular. This is what is going to be my percussion synth rack. It's not quite complete at the moment. It's very much in a halfway house because a couple of the old modules are coming out and going to get replaced with micro modules, and I might take the rack link out. That's the one on the right hand side because I use that to connect it to my the main AE rack. And the main reason for doing this video is this little box here. This is a Patchbay I've made. Do be aware that you must keep voltages in the AE Modular between 0 and 5 volts. So this is only works for the MPC1 because its outputs are 0 to 5 volts. If you've got other machinery, first of all check that it actually does stay in that range, and if it doesn't, use the 4IO, which is, I have to a demonstration here. I didn't actually need to put it into this video because there is on this machine, this rack, I have the power unit, and there's 2 IOs on there, one of which I'm using for the recording. So it's going to be pretty basic, just to give you an idea of what happens. And what I've done is, cover this because what I've thought of was this 8 CV gate outs on the MPC1, which is one reason I wanted to buy it. And because there were 0 to 5 volts, and there was 8 of them, gives you 4 possibilities if you want pitch tracks, but of course you can trigger 8 different things depending on how you set it up, and you can have it from 8 CVs to 8 triggers and everything in between. So that's in the top of the Patchbay, the 4 wires coming from the MPC, and I'll just show you the other end of them, because what it is it's just 3.5mm jacks. Come over here, and so at the MPC end, it's what's the stereo plug, and you just buy a cable. They're common as muck and they're not very expensive, and it splits it into 2 mono. So those are mono jacks, and that's why they're red and white. Apologies if you're getting any traffic noise in the back. I'm filming this in my kitchen. Not in my studio. The kitchen's quite a useful workbench. So the red, as it turns out with my leads, the red ones are the higher number socket output over the MPC, and the white are the lower number, because obviously there's 2 outputs because there's 4 sockets, the stereo, which turns into 5. Bloody hell, 8 outputs. Sorry, you can tell I don't practice these things. And so what I've done is I've wired it so that you can see the Patchbay is numbered 1 to 8, and that's equivalent to the outputs. I've plugged it in so that it's the same as the outputs on the MPC. So that means that the wires, and I've used the 80cm patch wires from AE, I just cut them off. I cut one end off to solder onto the connections underneath the Patchbay, and then I've numbered the wires, and so that wire number 1 is actually output 1 on the MPC as well, and that on this particular setup is this one, and it's the bass drum from the drum kit module. So if you trace the wire around, you can see on here, maybe you can't, sorry, someone's catching, the light's catching it. So you can see CV101, that's actually the name of my program. Because I'm actually a drum program, it automatically makes it so these bottom 8 pads are outputs, and just triggers outputs 1 to 8. So number 8 is this one, and what that is actually the kick module from in the AE Modular, and so the others are all in between. You don't have to actually hit the thing. It's hard to do looking through the phone. And I have actually programmed a little sequence. Okay, hopefully that's not too swamped in noise. And that's all I'm going to demonstrate at this point. Just a reminder that this Patchbay will be going on the DIY section of the wiki. I've written the article and I've taken a few photographs of the build, so that's why there's no details of the build in here. It's not interesting if you're not going to build one. But you do need some way, obviously, of going from the MPC 3.5mm down to the MPC patch wires, and you could just use 4 IOs, but the washing machine's going on a spin cycle now. Yeah, blimey, that sounds like a good reason to stop. Okay, bye.